Hi, this is Saen Higgins. Today, we're going to talk about Kansas. Tax lien or tax deed? Let's cover that. Investing in Kansas has lucrative opportunities, and in this video, we're going to discover all of those. Kansas holds its own on financial opportunity when it comes to real estate. And in this video, we're going to show you how to take advantage of every single one of those. When considering investing in Kansas, you really need to look out for a couple of key factors. In this video, we're going to make sure you don't make any of those mistakes. So stay tuned, and we're going to cover all of those in this video. Now, you know the drill. We've been doing this for a while. Now, in my channel or any channel is the like, the subscribe, all the good stuff. Okay, if you write a comment in here, Kansas City will not win the Super Bowl ever again in their whole life of the, and maybe the Raiders will go to the Super Bowl. No, they won't. Maybe the Dallas, America's team, Dallas Cowboys. I think they're going to be back in the NFL this year. I'm not really sure. We'll see what kind of comments I get with that. America's team, whatever. Okay, let's talk about Kansas. Okay, so Kansas has more than just the reigning Super Bowl champions. They've got some great situations out there, but let's just go back. What is a tax lien? What is a tax deed? Quite simply, a tax lien, a tax deed certificate is on delinquent property. So when somebody fails to pay their property taxes anywhere in the United States, the county is going to hold a sale. At that sale, people like you and I can put up the money for those delinquent taxes. Now, let me just stop for a minute. If you're buying a tax lien and you're just putting the money up, you're not buying somebody's property. You're getting a lien on that property. The county holds a certificate on that. They put it at the county courthouse, and that's going to bear an interest rate probably anywhere from about 16 to 18%, typically with a couple of years redemption period, which means the property owner can come in the next 2 to 3 years to pay their back taxes off plus the prevailing penalty. You as the investor is going to get your investment back plus an interest rate, like in this case, 16 to 18%. But in Kansas, Kansas is a tax deed state. So in the state of Kansas, you can be delinquent typically 4 years or more, not more than 5, before the county says enough's enough. Now let's stop. Does the county need this money? Of course they do. Okay, what do property taxes pay for? Number one, probably 55 to 65% of property taxes go towards education or the school system. The county is actually one of the most pure forms of a democratic government, if you will, because they literally can't function without property tax. And how much money they have is based on how well they run their county, because how well they run their county determines on property values. So it's kind of a snowball, self-fulfilling deal. The worse the county is run, the worse the property values are, and it goes on and on from there. So in Kansas, the way they do it is they say, hey, listen, we're not going to do anything. Okay, for 4 years you can be delinquent. Now, if you pay, you're going to pay a penalty, typically around 18%, but that goes directly to the county. County gets that money because you didn't pay. Okay, that's number one. But after that, if they go to the sale, usually in 4 years, that means it's a deed situation. So when I buy a property at a deed sale, put my hand up, and they say sold, I own the property, free and clear of all liens and encumbrances, including a mortgage. What? You say mortgage? How can I eliminate a mortgage? Well, think about this just for a minute. How long have property taxes been due on that property? Oh, forever. So there's always been a tax lien on that property. You and I just don't see it until they don't pay it. And when the property owner fails to pay their property taxes, this gives the county authority and leverage to say, hey, if you don't pay it, we'll take the property. This is not new. This isn't something that just popped on the scene. This isn't short sales, foreclosures, flip this house, gumball machines, or any of that BS. This is real. This is 300 years of law. Thomas Jefferson lost, that's right, he lost Monticello. Our third president lost Monticello for delinquent property taxes. This has got so much case law, it's nuts, okay? So in Kansas, they say, hey, you don't pay, we need this money. I put my on it, boom, I win. Now, let's back up. You've got this mortgage and all this other stuff. How can I eliminate them? It's very simple. Before it goes to sale, before it goes to that deed sale and I put my hand out, the county's going, hey, Anybody that's got a lien and encumbrance in this property, you bank, you second mortgage, Aunt Martha, you've got 60 days to come in and pay this off. At that end of that 60 days is literally going to be the foreclosure process. And if nobody comes in that time period, guess what? I put my hand up, it's sold. It's my property. Now, here's the kicker. Just because I bought the property and thus I have eliminated all the other liens and encumbrances does not mean I have clear title. Now, this is where confusion comes in sometimes. So wait a second, Sean, you said all the other liens and encumbrances were wiped out. Yeah, they have been wiped out. But understand, I'm in the process of a foreclosure. The process was we alerted everybody. They didn't come in to protect themselves. I bought it. I now own it. The next phase is to clean the title. Okay, clear the title, uncloud the title, whatever you want to call it. So now I have to hire an attorney and say, hey, listen, I got this property at a tax deed sale. I own it. I want to make sure when I sell it and a title company comes up and they said, yeah, these all have been satisfied and wiped out. Well, they weren't satisfied. They were wiped out. It doesn't matter. I still own the property. Now, just because I don't have clear title doesn't mean they have a financial interest in the property anymore. It's just the next phase. I hope you're understanding what I'm saying there, because people get confused. Well, why isn't it clear? Well, how can they clear a property's title that hasn't been to sale yet? That's the act. They said, okay, we're going to make sure. Okay, now that you've bought it, now you can go in there and clean up the title. In fact, back east, every once in a while, because they have these old liens on our titles, you have 200-300-year-old properties, and they'll sit there and say, hey, listen, if you're going to buy this property, a family will say, we're trying to clear title on this property. Please, no one bid on the property. So you could go to Kansas and you could sit there and say, the county person says, nobody buy this, please. The family is just trying to clear title. Because there is no better way to clear a property than bringing it to a sale. So the family says they own it. So they've judiciously gone through the process, and now they can clean up the title. And now you've got 200 years worth of stuff that they cleared off. And when it goes to sale, it's all cleared up. All the owners and relatives are off there. I hope that makes sense. So there's just so much that you can do with tax deeds in Kansas. And understand, this is a fantastic market. For those of you just getting started and don't have a lot of money, Kansas is your place. You don't have to be a cheese fan. Don't worry about it. Okay, but it might help walking around there. Maybe you get a better deal. Who knows? But the point is this. It's a good entry point. I mean, you can go in there, and I've gotten properties there. I've seen some of my students get properties for $3,000 and $4,000 in really nice areas, okay? Some areas you look for this gentrification. There's a ton of money coming into Kansas, a lot of industries going over there, so keep your eyes peeled on it. There's a lot of ways to make money in Kansas, no doubt about it. Now remember, if you want to make really big money in Kansas, you have to be prepared to bid correctly. Okay, when I'm setting my max bid on these properties, I'm playing to win. That doesn't mean I'm paying too much, I'm playing to win. Okay, so when I see a value on a property of, whatever, let's say $200,000, and I can walk in and get this property, opening bid is say 10 grand, okay, and I've got a big, because I'll go to Kansas and there'll be 30, 40 properties on the sale. So I don't need to win on every single one, I just need to win on one. So there's a case in point where I will drop my maximum bid on this. So I'll say, look, there's 40 properties in here. I only need to get one of these. So I'm going to go ahead and cap my bid at, let's say, $40,000 on a $200,000 property. I got plenty of room to make some money. So I'm just patient. So when I go into that sale and I'm looking at this, I'm going, okay, I got a lot more of these to go through. Let these guys spend their money. Let them, okay, but I'm ready to jump in at any time. What I don't do is I don't jump in the very beginning. I'll sit there and be patient, wait. As the bidding starts to draw out, it's still below my max bid, boom, I'll jump in just like a tiger on a gazelle, right? No, tigers don't eat gazelle, it's the wrong continent. Well, a tiger on a fisherman, a lion on a gazelle, there we go. There's the right thing. So what you wanna do is you wanna make sure you watch some of the videos that I have on the proper way to bid. Now listen, there's a lot going on, not just in Kansas City, but in the home of the Dallas Cowboys and the what are they, the Oakland Raiders, the LA Raiders, or the Nevada Raiders, who knows, the confused Raiders, okay? And I've got a lot of information. I got a brand new course on this that'll show you how to bid like an expert, how to win like an expert, and put six figures in you and your family's account right now. Click click the link down below, higginsmethod.com. That's Higgins method.com. Click that link and I'll give you a free course on that. This is Saen Higgins saying God bless and good luck.